everybody has to play their role. That is what is important if we are to get rid of the SLPP. So I want to admonish every one of you guys watching me, for us to get rid of the SLPP, it has to be a collective effort. Everybody should play their own part. But I saw this debate, over the past few days, Marcela Samba and, Samuel Bangura on AYV, and they had Brother Birite of the APC party and the Minister of Information and that guy within our civil society organization. But, Marcela Samba said a lot of things, and I totally get exactly where she's coming from. But and I'll let you guys see that video so you guys will know exactly what I'm talking about, and then we'll take it from there. All right, watch this video of Marcela Samba.
You see, we cannot continue to do the wrong things and expect to get good results. One of the things, I'll give you an example on state institutions. If you take your minds back, we had a heated debate on the midterm census. And the institution are representing a coalition, the National Elections Watch, we stood our ground. Not that a midterm census was not useful, not that it was not useful for development purposes, but elections and governance has a calendar. Anything falling short of that calendar would interfere with the space, and it would be a cutback on what we should have mobilized as progress. So what happened was that the civil registration was supposed to take course. And we saw a number of problems ahead because these were issues we have highlighted in the 2018 elections reports. We saw how, for example, getting credible data and accounting for the identity of every eligible citizen was a challenge. And so we said, can the government and people of Sierra Leone invest into a civil registration process where we can get all eligible Sierra Leoneans 18 on and above to be accounted for with their names, full details, and biometric features? That process was not something we could hold as credible. A number of people were left out, the process was slow, a number of things went wrong with the confirmation of the civil registration process. Fast forward, a year down the line, everybody is shouting, head of National Elections Watch, where are you? Problems are going on with the registration. No, but it went wrong long time ago in the past. We tried as best as possible, we intervened, we said, forget about midterm census, concentrate on the civil data, make sure we get it right. This is only when no eligible Sierra Leonean will be left behind. We are battered, everything. Just think of what happened to us during that period, but we stood our ground. Today we are facing the consequence, and that is the consequences of bad governance. I've just given that one example for us to show a situation where what we should do now, we fail to do it, and then in the next couple of months we want things to be right. It cannot be right. The mistake has been done. So it's the same thing.
Guys, she has a point, right? But this is what I'll say to Marcela Samba, though. There shouldn't be a vacuum when it comes to the flow of communication. Marcela Samba, as the CGG, Campaign for Good Governance, you all know that's the organization that she's in charge of. Don't create a vacuum. Don't allow these guys to just keep going and take a backseat saying that, oh, I've been talking about this. I spoke about it 6 months ago, so I'm just going to sit back now and watch everything crumble. Don't do that. Basically, your job is like a civil society organization. You have a moral responsibility to ensure people like Marcela Samba should not go a week without coming on the media to talk about issues that are actually happening. So she is right about the civil registration thing and the registration process itself, because these guys, everything about the SLPP and President Bio, they were just messing all the schedules and calendars and timetables and everything, because they wanted a midterm census. The same census that the European Union made it very clear that it was an unprecedented midterm census. The World Bank actually pulled out of the census. Everybody said, no, we don't want the census. Members of parliament actually fought in parliament against the census. But then President Bio came and said, hey, I had unprecedented support from members of parliament. To this day, there is no member of parliament. There is no member of parliament that has come out to say, President Bio, it's a lie. You had no unprecedented support from us. No member of parliament not ever come out for can't we say Marabio lie the day that Marabio said he had unprecedented support from parliament. So that is the conversation we are having, and these are some of the issues we talk about, guys.